probably don't know of. Justin's little brother Chris never really had a wrestling name. The American Dale Howard, he was there for a little bit. People like that would join us. We didn't get the support because Kurt Taylor at the time had firm control at the top, and nobody wanted to make him mad per se, because if at the basic mentality at the time was, if you're in his good graces, you're in HCW's good graces. And me and Justin were just fed up with it. So we started ExE, beat the roster, and we got our contracts renewed with better clauses in them. That left a really bad taste in Kurt Taylor's mouth. Really, really bad.
Okay. Sorry about that.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. I'll just do that one. So was ExE, I think it was that your last tag team in HCW, or?
Yeah, my last official tag team. After that, I focused more of a singles career.
No, I mean, you were, like, when was ExE? Around, like, what year?
2007.
2006. So you've been in singles competition for 3 years.
Coming up on 3 years, yeah.
Would you ever want to get back into the tag team scene? I mean, there's not really one, like the shows I've been to, I didn't see any tag team
The tag champs are two little kids. They have 11-year-olds as the champions right now.
Who are they? I didn't even.
Chop Stereo and his friend, I think. I don't know. I don't mean to bury the kids, but come on, you can't put 11, 10-year-olds. I don't think he's 11 yet. He's like as old as my brother. He's like 10. You can't put 10-year-olds as champions over freaking 19, 18-year-olds. It doesn't work. I hate that so much.
Now, would you want to get back into the tag team scene or anything like that?
Only if it was with somebody who I know I could work with, have great chemistry, cut promos, somebody fresh. I don't want to restart CX. I don't want to restart Legion. I don't want to restart Axe. I don't want to restart anything. I don't want to restart Hardcore Mafia. I was never in Hardcore Mafia. Quit asking me. You know who you are. I don't want to rekindle anything. I want something to be new, fresh, exciting, and I don't want it to be so much a tag team as more of a stable. Because I'm at that point in my career in HCW now that, I mean, I'm still a rookie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not no veteran by any means, but I'm at that point where I don't need to have the world title. I don't need to be in the main event, but with the talent we have, if the shows need to be good, not like I'm not praising myself at all, but I need to be near the top at least. So if I do get a tag team, it has to be somebody I can still work singles with. Like I said, more of a stable, but somebody that I have to have good chemistry with. Somebody I trust personally too. That's a big thing. I'm not getting with certain people anymore long term.
Cool, very cool. So we touched on the second and third year. Anything interesting in the fourth year, which would be what, 2009. 2009. Anything cool in there?
2009 was a very, very touchy year for me.
It was the year.
It was the year.
That's what we were talking about before.
I guess people have always wanted me to be clear about it, so I guess why not in this interview? Me and Steve will be clear about it. 2009 opened up. Great year for me. Came off the heels of my first undisputed world title run, and I had 3 more at the beginning of 2009. They're not long. I don't generally have long ones per se, unless I need to. Cause there's some people, if I feel they need the title, they deserve it, and I'll drop it to them. I mean, I'm just not really a title orientated guy. But the start of 2009, I had great matches. Me and Helsing was finishing up a great program. We actually had the first ever 60-minute Ironman match, which is crazy hard. Way more goes into that kind of match than I thought. That was really intense. I won it after overtime. Just throwing that out there, Helsing. But after that, I'm just gonna be clear right now. I'm not burying anybody. I'm not, you know.
Of course you're not. They all say that.
I'm not burying anybody. I'm not gonna start nothing. I'm not bringing up the past. I'm simply telling my side of this story.
Your wrestling career through your eyes.
My
as,
eyes.
As
My eyes.
the Shoot likes to say.
But I met a girl. That's how it all starts. I met a girl who's actually training to be a wrestler in ExE right now. So yeah, that's great.
When you said I found a girl, I thought of that what is it, Puddle of Mud song, She Hates Me or whatever. God. Alright, sorry, off topic, but anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That song really fits in with this actually. But Sarah Dunford, wrestling people know her as Haven. We met, we hooked up in April, lasted about 3 months. In those 3 months, I can honestly say I was blinded. By the simple fact is I focused on her more than I did on my wrestling. And it showed, it really did. I wasn't showing up to matches, I was hanging out with her. I was ditching friends for her, and people tried to tell me about it, I didn't listen. Lost a lot of respect in the locker room. Then the summer rolled around, and I got into some trouble with the parents because I was out with her for 3 days straight, Friday afternoon all the way to a Sunday morning. And I didn't call, so I got shipped to the worst place in the world, my mom's. And love you, Mom. And at that place, man, me and my mom did not get along very well in long periods of time, and I was there for the rest of the summer, the whole summer basically. And I would get nagging phone calls. I would get, Robbie, I don't feel good. People are picking on me. Color guard is so hard. You twirl flags. It's not that hard. Just stupid stuff. And I let it slide. And then finally, I just snapped one night. I was like, Sarah, shut up. It's not always about you. Well, she didn't like that. She broke up with me. And then we stayed broken up throughout the whole summer, and I was a big baby through it. I mean, I was very depressed. I was sad, and I thought I was in love. And yeah, did you like that thought? And I hope I have my job after this. You'll know why here in a minute. And during the time I was at my mom's, I had no contact with anybody. But while I was sitting there getting mad because this chick was totally all about her, and not about us, she was telling everybody about what a bad person I was. I'm going to put it nicely. And it didn't sit well with people. They didn't talk to me. They didn't call me. They shunned me. And then school started. Worst year ever. I found out that they were having shows and not inviting me. And I found that out one day in psychology class. Helsing, Justin, love the guy. He turned to me. He said, hey, you coming to the show this weekend? And Kurt Taylor tapped him on the shoulder and said something. I couldn't, he mumbled, he whispered or whatever, and just was shaking his head no. Then Justin just turned around and looked forward, didn't even say nothing else. I was like, well, okay, guess I'm not. Come to find out, they were having shows all summer. They were having shows throughout that whole semester that I was not invited. Like, the whole second half of 2009, I was gone. I was isolated. They kept me on the roster, but they didn't let me know stuff was happening because, there's people out there I know when they see this, they're going to say, no, that's not the case, it's not the case. You're wrong. The case is, I was not welcome because of Sarah. We're cool now, don't get me wrong, we're fine now. But at the time, I was not welcome because of that. and I think it's really cheap to have